You're such a pretty dog. Well, we're doing another work day. I haven't been up here in a while. The video that you recently saw was, stop, please, I'm filming, of Cookie. No. So I probably look tired because I'm running down the stairs, running up the stairs, running down the stairs. It's been a thing. It's been a thing lately. Today is a work day and I'm working downstairs and upstairs. I'm having problems, not with the quilt, but with the design that I'm putting on the quilt. Okay, so this is a design. I had to kind of cut this or trim this off so that it would be straight with this top seam. And then you're supposed to have these anchor points. And if you hit those anchor points, you're able to put the next design into the quilting pattern. Well, for some reason I did that and it gave me this little red thing. And so all this is green saying it's not usable space. So I don't know if it's the programming or how I uploaded it, but I'm having a heck of a time. So I'm manually doing section by section. So I did this section, and I'm working here. That's where you see it going red. It's quilting beautiful. When I saw this design, I got this from Urban Elements. I knew I had maybe some issues with it because of the way the design is made, but I'm working through it and it's gonna be, this quilt is beautiful. Look at this, come on quilt. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? And this is a quilt I'm quilting for one of the, on the block swaps I said that someone would get a free quilt quilted. And so this is one of those. Which are not. I started this quilt early this morning, but then I had 3 embroidery clients come in and then 2 quilt clients come in. So it's been like nothing is getting done again. Another day like this. And so right now I am redoing another row because I'm having a problem with the pattern. And sometimes some patterns, for some reason, my program doesn't like them or designs. And for some reason it didn't like this one, so I restarted the design in hopes that this time it will work. So let me bring you over here. So I restarted the pattern, so now it's working. The design is going all the way through. It's a beautiful design. And I had to make sure, like when I redid this new design, that this didn't have too much extra space. Configure the design. This is where the original design was and I was having problems with it. So hopefully this time it's doing a real quick run through. Before it was doing just section by section by section because I couldn't get the machine to get these markers. Because this is my quilt space, or that's what this program says. This is your quilt space. And for some reason, I was getting a real narrow line. Hopefully, now that I restarted again, halfway through the quilt, it'll just work out. But fingers crossed, God willing. If not, I'm going to save this marking right here and try to visually remember where this is and then move the next place to here. I don't know if that will work. But I'm almost done. Let me roll the quilt. And I already have another client who wants this design. So I need to know how to use this design. So I'm not suffering through quilting the quilt. Giving me my markings right now on the machine. You're seeing the machine move by itself. What it's doing is it's giving me its placement marks. Let's say I check this placement. I'm also checking the distance between this design and this design. This pattern gives this empty space, and that's what you're seeing on the quilt, like this empty space. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quilt this area, but then I'm going to trim this completely off so that it just quilts in this section and fills this honeycomb in. So sometimes like these designs are like more labor intensive. So I'm going to have to quilt here without interfering with this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the machine kind of in the area that I want it to sit. Placement is there. So I'm just going to come to here, trim off, and then start maybe over here. I don't know. Oh. It is filling this space with quilting. Alright, I'll let the machine just do its job. I need a trimmer. That is pretty texture. I don't know if you can see it. Trim her and give her to her owner. I'll trim her downstairs. I have better rollers downstairs. A larger mat, it's easier to trim. She's done. Now, I'm gonna do a t-shirt quilt that I'm not too thrilled to do. Carrie likes to fight with cords, and usually the cords win. And so, if I lift the cords up, Carrie is fine. I'm working on this quilt, and what's kind of unique about this quilting design is that it has to have perfect placement to get the look you want. So this is kind of like the look that you want. You want it, has a lot of negative and positive space. So here you see this is the design, but then as you go along, it does this other design. So placement on the quilt is very important. I gave myself a little bit of space here, just kind of to open up the quilt a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. And then I'm making sure that these lines line up to each other and that this line is the same. Same thing here. And so you're kind of just working the design and making sure throughout the whole quilt that it's lined up so you get that beautiful circular view and that diamond view. And so as you go along, you want to make sure, for example, like this is lined up and that this is lined up. Alright, we're on the last row. Good space in there. Space in there. I don't know.